Brr.
Alright, dude, jump in. 491 responding.
Where's my vodka?
You okay there, dude?
Where's my vodka?
Alright, what's your name, dude?
John Cena.
John Cena. Have you got any idea on your tool, mate?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
Alright, well when we get back to PD, I'm gonna pat you down for some ID, okay? Need to know
Well,
who
I
you
do
are
not
before we do
swing
anything.
that way, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. Completely entitled to your own opinion.
I do not wish for you to touch me in inappropriate ways.
I will not touch you in inappropriate ways. I'm simply going to be searching your person for any ID.
Message sent.
What's your business today up north, then, sir?
Up north?
Up in central Tanoa.
What's that got to do with you? I was a taxi driver and just going for a drink.
Yep, that's exactly the problem. You were driving under the influence of alcohol.
No. See, this is what you don't understand. See, I bought the alcohol and then drunk it, then drove. So I wasn't drinking and driving, I was drinking then driving. So there's nothing wrong with that.
You were, yes, yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a drink of a soft, non-alcoholic beverage and then going for a drive.
Yeah, but basically, right,
Problem when you are
I
under the
got some
influence of
vodka
alcohol.
and I mixed it with Coke, therefore it was a soft drink.
No, it's still alcoholic.
It's
And
just,
you are under the influence of
yeah,
alcohol.
but I wasn't drinking it out of a glass bottle, therefore it wasn't hard. It was soft. I drank it out of a plastic cup. It wasn't going to hurt anyone.
Sir,
That's not the
regardless,
issue.
the beverage you consumed contained X amount of alcohol.
No, it didn't.
And
Stop putting words into my mouth. I like vodka.
Okay. Can you walk straight, or would you want me to assist?
I can walk perfectly, thank you.
I think we may need to get him some water.
The more rum I can drink, the better I am. Where am I going? Hey. Fuck yeah, no, hello, handsome.
Okay.
What's your name, honey?
I've got a slight DUI charge.
Oi. Hello. What do I name you?
Over here, sir.
I'm gonna call you Munchkin.
Come on, lovely.
You are a
Over here.
fine-looking officer.
Careful.
This officer's got a very perky rear end.
Excuse me?
Oh,
Go for it,
What?
Ricky.
nothing.
Right, come on. I'm going to search you for, give you a little pat down for some ID now, okay?
No. I can't find it. It's in my pocket somewhere.
Great, in that case, I'm going to search you.
No, I can do it myself. Stay away from me. That's not searching me, that's searching my suitcase.
Yeah, well, your ID may be in your suitcase.
Nope.
Wow. Okay.
My ID would be in my pocket. Bitch. You stay
Just
away
go and
from
have a look
my
in his
alcohol.
bag.
You stay away from my alcohol.
He's got 2 rum, 1 Jack Daniels on his person.
Don't
can
entice
smell the
me. Oh, can I have a drink?
But just go and have a look in his bag.
Can I have a
My
drink,
eyebrows got
please?
on fire.
Hello. Yeah, you
I
wanna
think
let
we're
me have a
lucky that we
drink?
caught him when he did. If you look in his bag, it's got some pretty heavy weaponry in it.
Oh.
Does somebody
Right,
wanna?
so we're going to go and have a chat. Come on, let's go.
No, I can walk myself.
I don't think you can.
I think I
Through
can.
these doors.
Ow! Fucking bitch.
Okay, if you...
Ooh.
Alright, do you want to take a seat for me?
I will give you the information.
You switched to
updated
Channel
on the
Project
fly.
Office. All welcome
Thank you
on
very
City
much.
Life RPG.
That's fine.
I want a drink before I talk to anybody.
Well, I will give some water.
Nope, I do not drink that pussy ass shit.
Do you want some honey?
Some honey? You don't drink that shit.
There you go. I'll do it for you. There's some honey.
Nope. I will not talk to you till I've had some rum.
No, sir, I'm not going to give you any more alcohol. You've had enough for today.
Well, I refuse to talk to you.
Okay. Right, well, if you can
I
take a seat
need
for
my
me.
alcohol. And if you won't give it to me, I wish to talk
Okay,
to
right,
someone that will.
So, right, you have two choices. You can either take a seat and talk to me, or we can put you in a cell until you sober up, okay?
Neither. I need my alcohol. And if
Okay.
you won't give it to me, this guy might.
Sir, I'm not going to be giving you any
Hey,
more
where's my
alcohol.
handsome munchkin? Where is he? I want to talk to the handsome munchkin. He might give it to me. I am in a desperate need of alcohol. Hey, I saw you. Hey, come back here. Hey, guy, I saw you. You just walked in. Hey, you, hello.
What do you need?
Right,
I
come on.
need some
We're going
rum.
No,
I
don't do it,
need
don't
some
do it.
I need something to drink or I will not talk to anybody.
Okay, we're going to stick you in here for 5 minutes, and you're going to calm down, alright?
No. Give me my alcohol.
Back in you go.
Give me my
No, don't
fucking
run.
alcohol, bitch. Come on, give me
Stop
my
running or
fucking
you're gonna
alcohol. Hey,
tased.
get the fuck out the way, bitch. Oh. Fucking hell, look, you've just tased an alcoholic, man. Highly dangerous thing to do. Fucking
Taser blood
you
deployed
could
HQ.
fly me alive. You could fry me alive, you fucking bitches. What do you think this is? Hey,
Sir?
who the fuck just gave me that? What do you think that is?
Sir, stop resisting
Do you think
arrest.
that's some kind of potato vodka? Do you think I'm some kind of idiot? I'm fucking drinking this. Hey, better stop pointing them things at me.
Sir, this is your last warning.
Hey, I was having a drink.
Okay, right, you
I
guys.
can't drink without my hands in the air.
Yeah, in 5 minutes, when you've sobered up, we're going to come and get you, alright?
You must be some kind of recruit. Yeah, you.
Alright, we will come back and talk to you in 5 minutes. When you've sobered up a bit.
I don't want to talk to you.
Robin, why? Are you at PD? Side prison. Okay, Peter, we found your ID. It was in your bag. You gonna come and talk to us now?
My ID's in my pocket.
Right. Gonna let you walk into the interview room. Go on, in you go. Okay, I'll take a seat. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Okay, so at the moment you are being charged as originally for driving under the influence of alcohol because you were intoxicated when you were pulled over and spoken to. You had I can tell you what your breath alcohol limit was 1.36, which is that's over the limit to drive safely, unfortunately. So you are going to have to be charged now. Now also, there's been a few other things that have come to note. For one, you failed to comply to police officers' commands at the scene, and you did it again here at the police station when we asked you to go inside the cell. So at the moment we've got you on 2 times for failure to comply. But you were caught driving dangerously by the officer who pulled you over. So you've got 1 times driving, dangerous driving, and a variety of other things. Before we go any further though, I'm going to read you your rights. Your rights are: you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can or will be used against you. You have the right to speak to a higher ranking officer if you question this arrest. However, if you do not exercise this right within 24 hours, you can no longer question this arrest in the future. Do you understand these rights have been read to you?
No, because I'm a lawyer and you read my rights incorrectly.
In that case, I'll repeat them. You are now under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can or will be used against you. You have the right to speak to a higher ranking officer. However, if you do not exercise this right within 24 hours, you no longer have the right to do so. Do you understand this right as these rights have been read to you?
Nope, still wrong.
One more time.
Okay.
You are now under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can or will be used against you. You have the right to speak to a higher ranking officer if you question this arrest. However, if you do not question this arrest within 24 hours, you will no longer be able to question this arrest in the future. Do you understand these rights have been read to you?
I think you might need to have a little look at the law book. This guy might know them. Might want to go. It's not the Lenga. It's the notated law. There's only one way of saying it.
You are now under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can or will be used against you. You have the right to speak to a higher ranking officer if you question this arrest. If you do not exercise this right within 24 hours, you cannot question this arrest in the future. Do you understand these rights have been read to you?
That's better.
It's exactly what I said before. Okay. Anyway, you are currently being charged with 1 time dangerous driving, 1 time driving under the influence of alcohol, 2 times failure to comply, 5 times illegal items, 1 times illegal rifle, reckless driving. How do you plead to these charges?
Slow the hell down and start from the top.
Okay, so dangerous driving. I described why you've got dangerous driving. So you've got 1
Okay.
times for that. DUI, as you plugged breath alcohol limit was over the limit, and you were seen driving a taxi.
Okay.
So you got 1 times for that. 2 times failure to comply on scene when we asked you to stop walking, and secondly in the police station when you failed to go in the cell and you started drilling, which led to yourself being tased.
Okay.
You have 5 times illegal items, which is your 5 7.62 by 39 magazines in your suitcase. 1 times Mark 18 rifle, which is a legal rifle. This also leads to your rifle license being revoked. And you have 1 times reckless driving for driving recklessly under the influence of alcohol.
Where should we start? Okay. When we were in the police HQ, I didn't refuse to follow your commands. You refused to act in a just way.
We gave you plenty of warnings and plenty of time to stop moving and move into the cell. You decided
There's
to
2
run
problems. First of all, you've placed me in a cell without reading any right to me. I have the right to remain silent. I chose to not speak to anyone unless I got something. I also asked to speak to a higher ranking, otherwise another personnel officer, which you also refused me, which are 2 of my rights which you've already broken.
You refused the right to speak to somebody else because you were intoxicated,
I
and you were.
still have my right to speak to someone else, and secondly,
And you can still exercise that right. However, we thought it best to let you sober up in yourself.
When I'm in custody, I have the right to remain silent at any moment. I exercised my right to remain silent, which you denied. That's two acts you've denied. Secondly, whether I've consumed alcohol or not, forcefully tasering me whilst, as you describe, under the influence is highly, highly dangerous thing to do. When there's plenty of other ways, when there's plenty of other ways, where was I going to go? Where was I going to go? All of your doors are locked, are they not? Are all of your doors locked? Are all of your doors locked? Yes or no?
Alright, what's going on now?
In which case, if your doors are not locked, then that is a false negligence to the police force. And lack of security.
Peter is complaining that he has not had his right to speak to a higher officer, despite the fact he hasn't requested to speak to a higher officer.
How do you know my name? You've never seen my identification, which
Yes, he has for
I've told you is in my pocket.
Searched your bag and your person, as I told you.
You never searched
You may
my
not
person.
remember because you were pissed.
You never searched my person. You told me you were searching me, and I saw you go straight over to my suitcase and search that. That's not me.
Secondly, we put you in the cell because you were intoxicated. We do not have to read you a right to leave you in a cell sober up. We have an hour until we have to read you your rights. You have not been detained for an hour?
Incorrect.
It is not incorrect.
Incorrect.
You
do
were
not.
detained for an hour.
Incorrect. You do not have an hour in which to read me my rights.
But I'm
from
not going to let you
reading,
sit here and
from
take me
reading
counter
my
to
rights, from reading my rights, you have an hour in which to prosecute me. From reading my rights, you do not have an hour in which to hold me and then choose to read my rights. That is not how it works.
Upon detention of suspect,
you're
we have
talking
exactly
to
1 hour
someone.
until we must charge said subject.
I'm afraid the problem is you're talking to someone with a higher ranking of law and authority.
TFAR server 2 on City Life RPG.
So you are a judge. You are not above law.
I'm a paralegal lawyer who has more standing in the law and control over it than you do.
That does not make you above the law, or in any way above the law. Or
I didn't say I was above the law.
You have broken the law.
I didn't say I was above the law. I said I know the laws, and I'm telling you which ones you're breaking, what human rights you're breaking,
we are not
and
breaking
what
any human
other
rights.
laws you're breaking as well.
Officer than myself, as you said, you have not had any of your rights broken.
I also have the right. I also have the right to voice my opinion on every single part of a situation. So,
which we are
I will
infringing.
repeat to you where my rights stand. First of all, upon arresting me, at no point did you actually search me. Upon saying that you were going to search me, you decided to search a bag, my suitcase. Fine. There's nothing against you doing that. You never told me that you were going to actually search my suitcase until you were already in it. But fine, we can let that go. I told you my ID was in my back. I told you my ID was in my back pocket, which you never actually chose to do.
You said you couldn't find it, at which we decided to search.
The very first time, I said, "Oh, sorry, I couldn't grab it."
I gotta say something before we go.
I said that I wasn't able to grab my ID, in which case you immediately decided that you were going to take it into your own hands without allowing me to have any chance of grabbing it again.
Would you like to watch the GoPro footage?
Peter.
I have my own.
Right, so can I say something real quick? Alright, so you were drunk, right? You got into a crash. They perform a breathalyzer. Huh?
Right, okay, let's back up a little bit. Okay, when I stopped my taxi near you guys beforehand.
Okay.
Okay, drove off, came back round. Suffered a crash. Right? At that point, you have no evidence to prove that before the crash I was intoxicated. In any way, shape or form, you have no evidence to prove that. Yes, I got out of the vehicle, drunk some alcohol. Okay?
Would you like to take this to court?
I never got back in the vehicle and attempted to drive off in any means because I was cuffed before I was able to try anything like that. So I was never actually driving under the influence of alcohol.
Hunt 3R left
But
your channel and switched
the
to
main two
regular room on
problems
City Life RPG.
were the fact that your officers seem to not understand how the rights work, in the simple fact of it's not an hour of detention time before you read someone's right.
Yeah, you're right. So you read the rights after you incarcerated him for disorderly right conduct.
Yep, DUI and disorderly conduct.
Yeah, okay.
So, first of all, you didn't have any evidence to prove that I was actually under the influence, and yes, maybe I was intoxicated. You've only seen me drink 1, maybe 2 beverages, and in which you're assuming that my reason for anguish is the fact that I'm drunk. You've never actually breathalyzed me before making the decision. And if you did breathalyze me, you never informed me. You never asked me to actually blow into the breathalyzer, in which case it would be falsified or forced.
Right, I understand.
So when you brought me over here...
Who performed the breathalyzer?
I'm not sure. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't ever get breathalyzed.
Can I intervene, please?
The other point...
Did you ask him, Tricky? Or you just did it?
No, he wouldn't stand still, so just did it before
But when I was brought back to the police station, somebody could have breathalyzed me. Somebody could breathalyze me now. But as soon as I was brought back to the station... As soon as I was brought back to the station, if you read me my rights, as you're supposed to, you would have known that I have my right to remain silent.
He is right.
Which I exercised, and I also exercised my right by attempting to call a higher-ranking officer over.
After he was detained for disorderly conduct, he's gonna have to be released because you read the rights right after. It has to be like right when you bring him over at PD. You read him the rights.
He wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't sit down in the chair. I couldn't do anything with him because he was intoxicated. So I left him in the cell to
I didn't refuse to sit in the chair. I said if I was going to talk to you.
You were running around.
I said if I was going to talk to you, I asked for a drink. And when you denied that, and when you denied that, I specified what drink I wanted, and then I asked. But then that's fine. But when I said that I wasn't going to talk to anyone unless I got it, I then asked to try and speak to a high-ranking officer, which these guys didn't fetch you. Which these guys didn't choose to fetch you.
I'm not going to speak to you.
I said I'm not going to speak to you. In which case, your knowledge of how the police force should run, you would fetch somebody else. Not assuming that I don't want to talk to anyone else. But don't forget, I have a right to remain silent, which I exercised.
Yes.
My water wasn't handed to me until I was out there in a completely locked environment, running round, tased by 2 different people. Then water was handed to me. And whilst intoxicated, nobody should ever be tased.
Yes,
that's a massive health risk.
Like I said, since...
I did.
Robin,
he did, I heard it. What?
I have GoPro evidence, Peter, of you consuming alcohol, an alcoholic beverage, and then proceeding to reverse your vehicle, in which it was public property, which was a road. So, you saying that, you weren't under the influence, and we have no evidence of you driving after taking alcoholic beverage.
I was already cuffed. I was already cuffed at the time. It's why we discount that.
To say, when you apparently so-called asked for a high-ranking officer, you literally came over to this door and you said, "Hello, Munching. I can see you through the door, Munching," and then you went back.
I still called for him. In which...
But that's not my name.
I don't know your name. I've never met you before. But then that's besides the point. As soon as I refuse to talk to an officer in the room, the officer should then be trying to find another officer that I may wish to talk to.
Right. So, the thing is, we're gonna have to drop all the charges anyways, because the Miranda rights should have been read as soon as you got into PD. Not after.
Robin, according to our SOPs, we can hold somebody in detainment up to 1 hour. Within that 1 hour, we have to read him his Miranda rights.
Incorrect.
So,
My
have to
my
read it.
Miranda rights have to be read before you can keep me detained
Tell me
within
what
a
it
police
is.
station.
Yes, I don't know about that.
I will show you right now, and I quote.
Okay.
Here,
Okay.
1 second. I
Thank
quote,
you.
This is the SOPs I've been reading as well.
Detention guidelines. A. You may detain a suspect for 1 hour. In this hour, you must read them their rights, provide evidence, and get a plea. In this hour. Not at the start, in this hour, sir. Sir, you are false on that question. So technically, once your rights were read in this room, that's the start of, you know, your incarceration, you know, when you're so-called being, you know, accused of said crime.
Yeah, that's
Before
right.
that,
Your main fault in everything to do with this is not you. You're new here. It's Mr. JT here who's decided to enact on my rights and enforce my rights to his beliefs and thoughts before ever confirming them with me. Before reading my rights, he's enacted my rights for me, which is something you're not able to do.
All what I want to make apparent is that he doesn't have to read you his rights, your rights at the start of your detainment period. He has to do it within. So, you know, even if he did it at
He cannot wait an hour and
Yes,
then
yes, we
read
can.
someone's right.
Within the hour. It is within that hour we can detain you before reading your rights.
And then more to the point, like I said, that's besides the main problem. The main problem is reading my rights after doing anything and taking my right away. My rights to remain silent.
Your
My
rights
rights
were
to do
never
anything
taken
like
away.
that. By placing me in a jail cell, forcibly tasing me, forcing me into a jail cell because I refused to speak, which is within my right.
No, we forced you into a jail cell, sir, because you refused to cooperate. We put you in a jail cell because you were intoxicated. For yourself to become unintoxicated, sober up, calm down, and then come and talk to us after.
You saw me drink some alcohol. You never properly breathalyzed me to see whether I was at any limit. I never assaulted you. I never attempted to. I never swore at you, anything like that.
Please let me talk. Please let me talk. Your actions proved that you were intoxicated. You failed
My
to
actions
listen to us
proved.
when we said no. Let me talk.
Freaky Clown left
You
your
failed to
channel
listen to
and
us when we asked
switched
you
to
to sit in the
Project
chair and talk
Office.
to us.
All
Now, if you
welcome
didn't want to talk
on
to us, that's
City
fine.
Life
Okay?
RPG.
If you want to exercise your right of remaining silent, that is completely within your right to do so. However, we were asking nicely for you to sit in the chair and cooperate with us. Now, not talking and cooperating are two completely different things. You were failing to cooperate with an ongoing police investigation, and due to the fact that you were intoxicated, I chose the best action was to put you in a cell for a few minutes, you know, nothing major, nothing beyond the detention period that we are allowed to do.
Freaky Clown joins
for
your
yourself
channel
to sober up.
TFAR server
I-
2
3
on
to 5
City
minutes.
Life
I never
RPG.
Please let me
refused
talk. Please let me
anything.
talk.
I never said
Please
that I
let me
wasn't
talk.
going to sit down. I never
Please let me
I never
talk.
told you that I wasn't going to listen to you or anything. I merely told you that I wasn't going to speak to you.
Yeah, please let me talk.
And there is nothing wrong with that. I am fully in my right.
Please let me talk. I had never said that you have to speak to me. That was never the issue. The issue was you failing to cooperate. You
In what
started
regard do you
running
believe
around
that
in the
I've...
police station
Where?
in the corridor as I
Out
had
there.
video of.
Okay. So here's where there's the problem. So this is after we were in here. In here is when my rights were broken. You take me out there to put me in a cell. In my annoyance to the fact my rights have been broken, I choose that I don't want to be in that cell. Around a completely locked off area where there's nowhere impossible that I can run. I can't go anywhere.
Upon being uncuffed,
Okay.
you ran out of the
Yes.
cell.
There was nowhere
This,
for me to
in my
run.
eyes,
All of
is
your
you are
doors
now resisting arrest.
all of your doors are locked, in which case
So what was the point of
case
running?
you chose to taser me rather than
Yes,
maybe
because-
trying to calm someone down. You tasered someone that is under the influence. You know how
Because an
dangerous
officer
that
may
is.
have unknowingly opened the door and allowed you to
Alright.
escape.
JT, I just want to point something out. He used to be the commander for
I'm
the
aware,
PD.
I'm completely aware of that.
Okay,
That does,
so the thing
that
is, like,
doesn't change
whenever
the
you read
situation.
the rights in here, there's like an hour to perform, you know, like all the paperwork, and then to incarcerate him. So if he's doing whatever he's doing, he's trying to act up and shit. So after the
Yeah, and
rights,
after
it's
that hour-
okay. We can still incarcerate him for an hour, and then after that, we can proceed with the.
No, because after an hour we have to let him go. But in the SOPs,
Oh, no,
we
no,
have-
no, no.
Yes,
Look,
but what's trying to be said is the fact that you enacted on things before reading my rights.
Yes.
You placed me in a jail cell before
So
reading my
we have
rights.
to drop the
Because you were
charges
failing to
because you
cooperate.
acted
It doesn't
before
matter.
I don't have to read your rights to leave you in a cell for 5 minutes to calm down. That is not something
Like
I
in
have to do.
real life, okay, let's say
The
this. In
problem
real
is
life,
you're
right?
enforcing
When-
on someone's rights without them being able
when-
to speak on them.
When somebody gets detained, they read them their rights, and if they're act the fool inside PD, they incarcerate them for whatever time. But then they go ahead and do the persecution.
So we can follow our SOPs and look out for your safety, Peter, or we can do it, the way you want to do it. But
It's not the way I want
Yeah.
to do it. I'm talking from someone that
I'm
wrote
sorry,
those
we can't have one
SOPs.
rule for some and not for others.
He wrote the SOPs.
Well,
Furthermore, on the
they need to be cleared up then,
actions
because
And
right now
I'm a
there's
lawyer.
grey area.
I'm not trying to make your life a difficulty. I'm just trying to point
I know.
out where you've gone wrong, because I don't like it when cops
Well, I'm
pull
simply
someone in
following
for
the
a
SOPs,
10-hour
which
jail
apparently written,
sentence, and then
so-
suddenly, if you did this on a 10-hour jail sentence, the whole of the cop force would be shitting on you because you've let someone go.
Peter,
Yes.
Peter, listen. Now, you said, Mr. JT, and I quote, he said, we could base that you were under the influence, according to your actions. You also admitted that you took alcoholic beverage of vodka. Now, vodka is 40%. It takes 4 to 6 hours to become sober after consuming even the tiniest bit of vodka. So,
Doesn't make me over the limit.
40%.
Without knowing how much I've taken, without actually breathalyzing me, you have no. Without breathalyzing someone, you don't have a right to assume to how much they've drunk.
You have viable evidence of seeing said individual drinking a full bottle of 40% vodka, then there is reasonable evidence to suspect.
There is reasonable grounds of not. Yes.
Well, here's the best way to put it.
Once again,
Like I
you're
said,
convicted.
I'm here to. It's more here to try and point out the ways that you won't actually get fucked over by people with a high level of a jail sentence. But
Yes.
in regards to the best thing I can put this, I wish to be released. There's another thing I want to bring up as well. If you wish to argue it, take me to court. But if you do, I'll counteract the fact that you tased me whilst I'm supposedly intoxicated, which is
Just
a
watch the GoPro
complete,
footage. You were trying to escape.
which
That's
is a
why you were tased.
completely outrageous health risk. You could have
You
killed
were
me.
trying to escape. You were trying to run through an open door where an officer was blocking your way. You were trying to escape. Therefore, you were the taser was.
That door behind you, is it or is it not locked?
I couldn't tell. I
So
wasn't
where would
able to
I have
escape.
gone?
Through the door, outside into the police station, and in the yard.
You never
To
gave
where
me the
your
you
bag
never
was,
gave me
full
the
of weaponry.
you never gave me the full warning or even attempted to calm me down or try any other means of stopping me apart from
We
immediately
did warn you,
enforcing the taser
No, we warned you, and we gave you plenty of time between
and
the warning
decided
and the
to enforce the tasers. That's the main problem.
which
on
was
that.
reasonable grounds for your actions.
Like I say, if you believe it's the reasonable ground and you think this whole arrest should have happened, take me to court. I'll meet
If
and
this-
I'll
if
meet it.
This arrest doesn't go through, I will be taking you to
I'll
court.
meet it and counteract it. And I believe I can get you fined for negligence towards my health and towards my rights.
Sir, could I say something? Okay. On what grounds you just said you wanted to be released? On what grounds do you want to
The
be
fact that you
released?
enacted on my rights before reading them.
Yes. It
I
happened
myself
to.
never discharged the taser, and the best viable opportunity for your own safety at the time, you could have escaped the PD.
It's a difference between I couldn't escape the PD. And if I did escape the PD, then that's a massive security breach. If a detainee can walk from one side of the PD and get through all the way and escape it, that's a severe security breach.
Well, I'm not your arresting officer. I'm just voicing my opinion.
I
and,
understand.
you know,
I'm at
obviously
the end. I'm here to try and help you.
Oh, no,
I'm not trying to make your life a
I
misery.
make my life hard to make it good, it's training.
It's kind of like a training kind of thing. Yes, Peter is right. Whenever we do any arrest, we do read the rights as soon as the person comes in this room, in the interview room, and then whatever happens after, that adds up to the sentence. That's how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, but
So-
this is the thing. I was following the SOPs. In nowhere it states in the SOPs that they must be their rights must be read to them upon entering the interview room.
That's not
This
what
is
we're
the
saying.
grey area.
It's advised that you read your rights to someone because you
Freaky
could,
Clown joined your
because
channel
the fact that you
TFAR server
put
2
me in
on
a jail
City
cell,
Life
didn't
RPG.
allow me to remain silent, did all of those things
I didn't force you to talk.
before reading my rights.
You can't force somebody.
Before
I
reading
didn't-
my
I
rights
didn't force
and
you to
placing me in a
I
jail
wanted
cell
you to
before reading my
cooperate.
right. If you read
So you
my
didn't get
rights,
intoxicated, you failed
if
to
you read
cooperate,
my
so I
rights the moment I turned up, then if I refused to cooperate and ran around, all those kind of things, you would
As
be
you
able to
did.
put me in a jail cell. And the other thing, if I run around and continue to refuse to cooperate after reading my rights, technically, you could, after a certain amount of time, regard my plea as a guilty plea. Because I'm obviously not listening and I obviously don't care. You could turn around and say, all those charges that you've got on me, if he's not going to cooperate, we'll just cuff him, put him in a cell and he can have the time. Because he's not listening to us.
Wait,
There's
I didn't
nothing
want to
wrong
do
with that.
I wanted to talk to you and communicate
There's
with you.
nothing wrong with that. But if I refuse, I never, when I was in this room, this room, nothing to do with the corridor, nothing with that. I never refused to sit in the chair, anything like that. I merely refused to talk to you until I could have a drink. And when you denied that, I went over to try and get the attention of the other officer in which to ask him.
For an alcoholic drink, of which he said no.
I don't remember him ever replying. If he did, then I just didn't hear him.
Okay, well, if you'd like to see the GoPro footage, you can do.
No, like I said,
Comforce
if I
left
didn't
your
hear him,
channel
then
and
yeah,
switched to
that's fine. I
AFK
just
on
didn't
City
hear him.
Life RPG.
That's fine. But it's just the simple fact of if you read someone's rights when they come into the room, anything that happens after that,
So
it's an advisory guideline. An SOP SOP is a standard operating procedure. They're things you have to follow.
Yes, of
The
which I
guideline, you haven't followed them all, though, have you? You've acted on something and tried to. You've detained and acted on things before reading someone's right, which is against your SOP. It's also against the laws of the island.
Yes.
Your rights were not touched upon. You were placed in a cell to sober
Not
up.
everything, and the same thing is, not everything that the PD must follow is in your SOP. Your SOP is your standard operating procedure in regards to an officer. The laws themselves are not necessarily listed in the SOPs. As an officer, you're required to know the laws and have read the law book, which is a completely separate thing. If you look on the law book, you'll find everything else, etc., regarding things on the lines of people's rights must be read them.
Citizens have the right to be informed of their Miranda rights prior to disclosure of charges and before entering a plea. We did not discuss your charges or your plea before your Miranda rights. We merely put you in a jail cell for 5 minutes because you wouldn't respond or in any way cooperate with us.
I
Citizens
never
may be
refused.
detained
I
for up to
never
1 hour.
refused to cooperate, though, did I?
Citizens may be detained for up to 1 hour until they must be either charged or
Mhm.
released.
I never refused
There
to
is
cooperate
no
with you.
break in your rights, the SOPs, or the law here.
I never refused
are
to.
misguided.
I never refused to cooperate with you. You're not understanding what we're trying to say.
Yes, you failed to cooperate. You didn't get in the chair. When I asked you to stand still in the cell, you decided to run out and attempt to escape. That's why you were tased.
Whoa. Ignore anything to do with going out that door, because when going out that door, that is after you decided that I wasn't cooperating. So anything out there has no relevance to this whole issue. I never told you that I wasn't going to sit in the chair. I never swore at you.
To my face that
I never swore at you. I never started screaming at the top of my voice saying blah de blah de blah. I merely said that I do not wish to talk to you, which is in my right. That is not refusing that is not refusing to cooperate in any way. So where you're somehow
failing to cooperate is when you won't sit down and listen to me. You wouldn't listen to me. You went to
I
harass other
never
officers for our
refused.
purposes, which they
I
weren't
never
going to give you.
refused to sit down. I never told you that I wasn't going to sit in this chair. I never said that I wasn't going to listen to you.
You started running around, yes, but you didn't sit in the chair. You started running around.
I never said that I wasn't going to listen to you. I said I wasn't going to talk to you.
As you were intoxicated, the best method of action to calm down, to defuse the situation before things got out of hand and you got yourself hurt, was to place you in a jail cell and leave you there for 5 minutes to sort yourself out. You then refused to stay in the jail cell, ran out of the door, started running around the PD, tried to escape through the open door, at which point you were tased. You were then placed in the cell for 5 minutes to calm down.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you placing me in the cell or anything like that.
There you go.
But the reason you placed me out there...
You're not in the breach of the SOPs. You're not in breach of your rights or the law.
You are. Like I said, I'd like to be released. I'd like to demand my release now. As in, right at this moment.
On what grounds?
I'd like to regard that I get released on this ground on regards from the higher ranking officer's opinion, which is now completely out of your grounds, I'm afraid. That I'd like to be released on the fact that you did not read my rights before enacting on them. I'm not saying everything else you did was not in your right, or your SOP. Some of the things were.
Right, just the thing that you didn't read the rights before put him in the cell or anything else.
I don't have to.
You do.
We don't. No, we do. We do not have to.
No. You're getting it wrong.
You weren't arrested.
The difference is, I'm stood here talking to...
Here we go.
Right, here we are. Right, first of all, you're recruiting an officer who's been, I don't know, a cop for however long. First of all, you're ignoring what your senior officer is saying.
We are not ignoring. I am taking his opinion.
It's not an opinion. It's not an opinion.
I am taking his view into account.
Secondly, first of all, I'm an ex-commander of the CLPD, and secondly, I'm a lawyer of someone that's been working with the law for 10 times longer than you.
Or ex-previous career path that has nothing to do with this situation. I don't care if you're a lawyer. I don't care if you're an ex-CLPD commander. It doesn't matter. What matters is the here and now. You were detained, you failed to comply or cooperate. You were therefore put in a jail cell for 5 minutes. You weren't arrested, you weren't charged. You were simply put there as part of your detention to simmer down. The fact that it was a jail cell is regardless. We didn't read your rights because we didn't have to. We have to read your rights within an hour of detention, which we did.
Okay, I'm going to change it now. I'd now like to be released on the grounds of also complete disregard to my rights from this officer, and if I'm held at any more time, I'll also push charges for waste of my time, which will be pushing charges not against the CLPD because the majority of you have done nothing wrong. This will be pushing charges against this guy here.
Bring it.
For the simple fact that all he's doing is repeating himself, not getting anywhere, completely disregarding what I'm trying to tell him, and when I've asked to be released, he's completely just trying to argue the point, which I believe is completely invalid. I've told him that if he wishes to challenge it, he can take me to court, right? Bearing in mind, if you keep talking about this so-called hour that you've had me detained will be soon over. In which case, you're going to have to release me anyway.
This is the thing, you would have served your jail sentence and be away by now if you just complied. Wasted your own time.
Which is why, if you don't release me, I will have to take you to court for the waste of my time also.
And actually, seeing as the hour isn't up, Robin, if this is... What do you say to continue the arrest procedure?
Well, like I said before, if you would have read the Miranda rights before you started anything else, it would have been different. But now, after done everything else inside the cell and everything, so... But
that doesn't matter, because we didn't charge him. If I charged him, then yes, I completely agree with you. But I haven't charged him, and that's completely fine. You don't need to charge him.
On the other hand, yes, that you did all that before reading his right.
Which is fine. That's completely fine. Because that's a part of detention. It's not... he wasn't arrested, he wasn't charged. That hasn't been put on his criminal record, any of that. He was simply in there for 5 minutes to cool down.
But you're in that...
the SOPs. That's fine. We can do that.
We told you. That's what we're trying to say, but you're ignoring that. You're ignoring the simple fact...
I'm taking that into account.
You're ignoring the simple fact that what we're trying to tell you is there's nothing wrong with putting me in that cell. There's nothing wrong with doing any of that. The reason that you took me towards the cell in the first place is where you're wrong.
listen to me. So if you think, I know.
Robert, let's go discuss this outside.
Okay. Second.
Like I said, you're still wasting my time.
I know. Just a second, Peter, please.
People think so, chill.
Don't forget, mate. I'm here to try and help people. I'm not here to try and, you know, mess around with people. I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not trying to make your life a misery.
What did JT do wrong? If what you're saying is true, so you know what happened to the cell, bloody blah. Okay, what did he do wrong in here? I'm just
okay.
curious.
So when you bring someone in, you've got to read them their rights, and the reason why is because their rights explain to them what they're allowed to do. And two of the rights were that I don't have to talk at all. In which guide, if I don't talk, then you can just take my plea as a guilty plea. If I refuse to speak to you, eventually you can just say, yeah, but he's not going to talk to us, he's not arguing his point, he must be guilty. You know? He obviously doesn't want to argue his side. The other one is, you know, wanting to talk to a higher ranking. I don't know your officer's name.
Yes.
I choose to give him a sarcastic name, that's fine. You know? But before the rights have been read,
Oh, it's not.
impeding me putting me in a jail cell because I've broken something before my rights have been read, that's where the problem came. The majority of the putting me in the jail cell, you're allowed to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to do it after any of my rights are read.
We don't have to.
All right. Okay, Peter. So this is what's gonna go down. It's either you or
Follow
him.
me inside, and I will check.
You're gonna you guys are gonna have to follow up this in court.
Into
We're gonna let you go, but
Mhm.
then just be aware, he's probably gonna take your record,
Okay.
and it's gonna go from there. All right.
Sure thing.
But the other thing is, like, you had some illegal items in your
Do you have
gear,
any-
so we're gonna have to take them at least.
That's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
All
You've
right,
caught me with
so
illegal
we're-
items on. I can't.
Like I
argue
said,
that.
I apologize for any inconvenience, waste of your time.
No, it's fine.
You know, they're learning. So
No, it's fine. As
please
long
just-
as long as I can help people and they can learn and
yeah, we're
do
not
their
fighting
job,
here. I mean, we're
I'm
just
no
trying
problem.
to work together, right?
no, I have no problems.
Okay.
Um,
All right, Peter. So,
yeah, I have-
like I said,
I have one other quick thing just to
Yeah.
point out to you. I just out of curiosity wanted to check whether a vehicle of mine ever got impounded.
not really.
Okay.
Never got anything on the radio saying about a car being impounded or anything.
Okay.
Yep.
Just a word. If this is for, I heard there was a drag race and stuff like that going on with a bunch of supercars. If any of those did get impounded, then, as far as I can tell, looking at my head office in my
you're
lawyer's
talking about
directory.
that one time. Oh no, they blow up. The
Okay.
red car and some of the cars because somebody put a bomb on one of the cars and they blow
That's
up.
fine. That's just if any vehicles did get impounded, we've not received any impound
Right.
logs into our office, so just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Because obviously you wouldn't be able to get any money off of anyone for their car's return if that was the
That's
case.
right.
I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, no problem.
I'm also fucking dying here. I don't know why. I think I'm thirsty.
Alright.
Yeah,
Guessing you're being released and you're taking this to court, then?
Let him out.
Well, I'm not going to take it to court. If people wish to, then they can. I don't have any hard feelings over anyone.
It's okay.
At the moment,
Understand.
you're being civilized and, you know, you haven't really been disrespectful, so to say. Yeah, let me, Once again, sorry for the inconvenience. I do think the SOPs need to be looked at a bit more, because there is definitely a grey line.
The best
But, hey,
advice I
we'll
can
get
give
it
you,
sorted
though,
out.
is there's 2 points. I'm a lawyer, so don't forget that includes 4PD. I'm not just a lawyer for civilians. If you need guidance towards the law, for example, you're prosecuting someone and they appear to be arguing it, there's no reason why you can't call me over and ask me to speak on your behalf.
guys,
The other point,
if you're talking.
the other one
At
is
the end of the
just
day, the law's the law. And
take a
if
look at the law
JT
book
or
as well.
yourself wishes to take it to court, the law will take its hands, and people will be justified accordingly.
Take a look at the law book as well, because we don't want any. You don't want any problems with the law book kind of side. So just make sure you take a look at that as well.
Alright.
Just familiarise yourself with it at the end of the day, because not everything's written on your recipes.
Yeah, I looked at the law book and question, seeing you did say that you were a lawyer, bear with me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Whereabouts in the law book does it state that your rights have to be read before incarceration? I can't find it.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me just drink some water quickly.
There's nothing in the law book about having to read your rights before detainment. Maybe that's something which could be added.
No, because the difference is your detainment is the moment someone puts you in cuffs. So the best way you can do it is when you arrest someone / pull them over, whatever. If you cuff them to put them in their car, first thing, inform them why you're arresting them. Don't read them their rights. As soon as you read them their rights, they have an hour, right? So if you're sat in your car and you read them their Miranda rights, they can start counting up that hour whilst you're in the car. So if it takes you half an hour to get back to the main base, you've only got half an hour in the base, right?
That's the thing. Within the SOPs, it says it has to be within the hour. That's something which needs to be changed.
Yeah, if
Like,
you, I know it seems normal, but if you pull someone over and arrest them, if you read them their Miranda rights, their detainment time would start then.
No, I know on other places that's how it went, but on the SOPs here, the very broad, I'll quote it. Where is it? Here. A. You may detain a suspect for 1 hour. In this hour, you must read them their rights. It should be, you may detain a suspect for 1 hour. You must read them their rights before the detainment period starts, or something like that.
Yeah, like I say, I can't.
Do you happen to have, like, I'm sorry, a red card before? During that chase?
I don't even know whether that ever got impounded or not. If
If
it did, then don't worry. If it did, then don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, because I think, yeah. Okay, no problem.
Crop in the paperwork. It didn't impound up.
But yeah, like I say, if it's over in the impound lot or anything like that, then don't worry about it. It's not worth your time going over there for it.
Alright, cool.
But like I say, I can't act on any problems with your SOPs themselves. I also have no idea whether they've been changed in any way since I've left, anything like that. That's something you'd have to speak to Geordie about. There were, for example, when I left as a commander, or when I left as a PD, we had there was an HR system which doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, let's go inside.
It definitely needs to be altered
But Freaky
around a
said
bit.
that
I'll
he
bring it
would
up
take
to
care of
Geordie. Maybe you and him could have a word. Because there's definitely some fine tuning which needs to happen. But hey yo, we'll get it sorted. Sorry for the inconvenience.
But like I say, everyone makes mistakes on things as well, and wholeheartedly, if I make a mistake on any of these SOPs, and you can turn around and say, hey, oh, you pointed us out wrong there, then I'll come along and go back to wherever that sentence started. We'll go as though it didn't happen as that regard. I mean, as I say with this, I'm not going to take it to court. I don't have any hard feelings. If people want to, they can. If I get proven wrong, then by all means I get proven wrong. That's what the court system's for.
Oh, indeed.
But yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go out my head now. But by the way, in the interview rooms, the grey part is like on the doors. They need to be flipped round so you can You can't
Hondo
see
was
out, but
moved
you can
out of
see
your
in,
channel
if that makes
AFK
sense.
on City Life RPG.
Should be that you can't see into the doors, if you know what I mean. The idea is because if there's a civilian being brought in, they shouldn't see who's inside that
Niall
interview room.
McSliv disconnected from your channel
That's why.
TFAR server 2 from
Like,
City Life
otherwise they're going to
RPG.
look in and go, oh, that's my best friend, I'm now going to cause trouble for the cops.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
That's
I'm
why.
gonna go 10-10 now. Nice speaking to you, sorry for the inconvenience again.
No, I'm here to help. However coincidental it sounds. Whose whip is this?
This is my whip. You want to ride?
I do. Oh, a 458. Oh, in pink. A little inquiring. I don't believe any cars have been
Haseen
impounded.
left your channel and switched to Project
Really?
Office. All welcome on City Life RPG.
Well, then where do they go?
I don't know. I think mine blew up or something.
Oh, speaking of cars, the yellow one I picked up, it like is somewhere in midair.
Oh, it was only a taxi.
Oh,
You actually picked it up in the end.
What the fuck's everybody doing?
What do you mean?
All these people all town, no one's doing anything.
I don't
Or
know.
Where are they? Drugs.
I need to start doing something for a bit of cash. I ain't got no money. I'm thinking of doing bees, honey. Apparently it's better money than could be better money than olives.
What?
Olives. And you don't have to wait for the planting time.
Hunt 3
do you
joined
need to
your
do
channel
these?
TFAR server
a
2 on
knife.
City Life RPG.
And a Macar, which is apparently going to decide to turn up the other side.
Do you have a pilot license?
I don't, but I have a couple of helis.
Well, never mind.
You trying to get one?
No. I have a jet that I need to sell.
Oh, yeah.
I am trying to sell it.
God. Alright, let's go see if they need any petroleum. Hey, Robin. Do you know if you need any petroleum?
Oh, yes, we do.
So I got a whole Macar load full.
Freaky Clown left your channel and switched to Project Office. All welcome on City Life
I
RPG.
still have absolutely nothing on me, but you can check if you want. This is the only gas pump you got, isn't it? Let's see if we can do it in one go. Okay. That might one tap me. Let's try and take. That didn't want to work. Okay, yeah, that might have made my health. Oh shit. Robin! I can't actually access your shops.
What?
I can't access your gas pump for some reason. I can't even use it to stock.
Left your channel and switched to AFK on City Life RPG. Zero Toxins.
No,
joined
I
your
literally
channel
you go on it and
TFNR
it's got nothing on it,
server
like
2
it's
City Life
only for cops.
RPG.
That's weird. A guy just came over here and did some restock.
Yeah, I can stock the shops, but I can't. I can stock the shops, but I have no way of actually. The gas one doesn't let you do it.
Received.
Just go ahead.
Message received. Message sent.
Roger that. Oh, he needs backup still. Oh god. Wish we do. Stick it.
Okay, so.
There's a bump right over in Georgetown, so
Oh
gotta
shit.
go there. Yeah.
I'll grab this one in and I'll jump out for you. Apparently, if I give it a second, it should work.
Kun left your channel and switched
there we
to
are.
default room on City Life RPG.
Do you, have you got to go right now?
Okay. I have to go.
Oh shit. Ugh. Question is, do I jump? Okay, where's these guys? Guys, it's right down here, isn't it? Shit, I wanna take. Oh god, I'm gonna fucking die when I do this, aren't I? Okay, let's try it. 7,250. Well, we should be able to do
Misfit Monday left your channel and switched to Radio Room on City Life RPG.
Oh, bollocks. Oh my fucking god. Shop menu. Okay, do they sell first aid kits here? What do they do? Fuck, they don't sell the large ones, do they? It's over at the mall. Well, I've still got one large one. Where am I going to sell these? Do they have anything?
George 1990 joined your channel TFAR server 2 on City Life RPG.
Massive like demand. I don't have a thingy here. Where is that other? There's one over there. Now let's grab one more for now to stop myself making the stupid panting noises. Okay, can I hit the petroleum? Oh shit, I've got 10 crushed metal blocks.
Hunt 3R left. Hunt 3R joined your channel TFAR server 2 on City Life RPG.
Like, do I go gather some iron and craft up something, or honey? I don't know. If honey increases gathering, then I might consider going over there. I'm gonna have to... Oh god, this is gonna be... Okay, no, I've got the option. Vehicle menu, trunk. Okay, probably should check how full this thing is, because it probably never gets used, so... God damn it, it's completely full. Shop menu items, does that have fuel in it? It's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, it doesn't have fuel. Okay, let's just heal myself up, and then I'm going to quickly go to the toilet, and then hopefully the cops should be ready. Be right back, guys. Why is my game not responding? Fuck. Okay.
You switched to channel project office. All welcome on City Life RPG.
Fuck off, Arma. Come on. Why are you not responding? That's the main problem. But load you back up now, guys. It shouldn't take too long. Just like your client has decided to not fucking work. Okay, great. Do it like that. Oh, look at that. That looks top notch. Oopsie. Yeah. What's wrong with my stream health? Let's try refresh Reno, the page Reno. Okay. I have to work that out in a moment as to why my fucking screen isn't working, which is fucking stupid, seeming as it thinks it is.
Trying to see if I can force it. Okay. If you just want to log off quickly, mate, go. Exit.
Hunt 3R left your channel and switched to Radio Room on City Life RPG.
Okay. Let's refresh this piece of shit. Workout. What? What?
Hunt 3R joined your channel TFAR server 2 on City Life RPG.
Fucking hope it just starts working again. Fucking hell, just let me like...
Hunt 3R left your channel and switched to Radio Room on City Life RPG. JT left your channel and switched to Radio Room on City Life RPG. D1G1 Talks joined your channel TFAR Server 2 on City Life RPG. JT joined your channel TFAR Server 2 on City Life RPG.
I have no idea why it's struggling to stream, seeming as... What's this guy selling anyway? Open shop. Honey.